We have a shell of a tiny house. The cows are getting close. At some point when I get the house done, I'm going to have to put up at least a little bit of fencing to keep the cows back. I really don't mind them being here at all. They're great. But they do get into stuff. Got 3 of my sons here today. This is Isaiah. He's clearing up branches from all these trees that I had taken down. And then I have another son who's driving my truck right now, moving logs. We're moving them to a somewhat shady spot to be able to just centralize them and be able to work out the sun and get some of these logs split. Here he comes with a big load. He's been bringing them all in here to this spot. My 3rd oldest son, Elijah, he's the one taking all the logs around the property, from the property, and moving them all here. What do you need?
Nothing, I just was...
I wouldn't stop beeping?
Yeah, I thought it was a reverse only thing.
Alright, so today we're trenching the line from the well over to the service pipes, the corner of the house, to be able to tie in the well. So a friend of mine's here was with his machine to give a hand. Working on my electric system. We got some hail. There's some big stones coming down. Sounds like gunshots in here, hitting the metal roof. Woo-wee! Man, I haven't seen hail like this up here. I don't know, ever this big. Used to like pea-sized. It's unbelievable. It's so loud. It's Colorado weather for you. We'll have to see how my solar panels handle this. That was crazy. That was probably the most intense hailstorm I've ever experienced. These stones are like, a lot of them are over 1 inch in size. The largest one I measured was 1.5 inches. And it hailed for like 30 minutes. It's like snow on the ground. Look at the size of these balls. I've never experienced this. I know we get big hail in Colorado, but this is pretty intense. So I gotta see how my solar panels fared. I mean, it's like stacked. So these Hyperion panels are supposed to be good with hail, so we'll see if any shattered. It was just so intense, like a solid 30 minutes of hail. That was really intense. Yeah, I don't see any visible damage, but you could see the line of hail as it just stacked up. Holy, look at the size of these things. Crazy. Yeah, find the biggest one, we'll measure it. Luckily I tarped the floors on my tiny house build, so you know, because it's only particle board, you know, for the subfloor and stuff like that, so I had covered that, so that should be okay. Alright, I gotta see if there's any other damage. Oh, that hailstorm yesterday totally trashed the outhouse roof. This thing's been here nearly 5 years with no issues. It's totally trashed. It was only that like plastic greenhouse, you know, roofing, but yeah, one of the hailstones, it was so bad. It actually poked a hole in the plastic lid for the water jugs that we use to fill up the toilet to flush it. Yeah, it's just totally wrecked. No rest for the weary. Here we are, Sunday, July 13th, and we have Peak Dirtworks out here helping me meet my deadlines. Great company to work with if you're in the Teller County region. They're out here, yeah, like I said, on a Sunday. We got to put in some piers and then set the foundation drain and get this sealed and weather protected and inspected. So here we are. So yeah, we're required to have piers, concrete piers for the deck. It's only a little 4-foot deck, but they still require these foundational piers to hold up the structure. It's amazing how quiet these machines are. And then we got the trench line done for the well. We didn't get down very far, but we're going to be adding grade, and we're going to have to add heat tape inside the conduit to be able to keep our water line from freezing. Little organized chaos around here. I got framer contractors here, and then I got the well guy here tying in, and then there's another delivery truck coming in a few minutes. So lots of progress, one busy day. They're extending more well casing to the well to get it up higher so that we can have more soil above the well line, because it's pretty shallow because of the granite, so we're worried about freezing. They're also adding heat tape in there as well as a secondary measure. Well is tied in. We did add a lot of well casing because we're going to bring the grade up since we hit granite, and the well casing needs to be 1 foot above final grade per the county. But yeah, we got that tied in. Now we just have to do the septic as well, but the guys have some scaffolding up front. They're just really waiting on the crane now. They got that front wall done. This huge 24-foot beam glue lam. It's like 19 inches wide by 24 inches long. I think on the card it says it's like 700 pounds. I don't know. Our engineer really maybe over-engineered this thing, but I'll tell you what, just that beam alone will hold this house down. Framing is basically done. So today I'm just going to be placing electrical boxes. I'm going to be doing all the electrical myself. So I'm going to start mapping out where I want outlets, where they're required by code, and all the extra ones and things that I want to place. So it's going to be a busy day when I get started, and I'll show you what I came up with. Made some good progress. I got some outlet boxes in, and the main panel, and I am about ready to run wires. I have to basically cut in all the holes using 3/4 inch holes to get the 12-2 Romex all the way around. I'm using 12-2 everywhere. I know it's overkill, but that's what I'm using. I set the top of the outlet boxes to 18 inches. The light switches, the top of the box is at 48 inches. The top of the panel, the main electric panel, is at 6 feet. And I also have the required external outlet that goes right next to the front door outside on the deck. So yeah, we're making progress. And then up in the loft, it's hard to see, but I have all the outlet boxes set up there and the switches. I still have to figure out all the lights. Like with these vaulted ceilings, it's going to be interesting to try to figure this out and not have weird shadows. And cool thing is though, we have this main beam all the way up that I can probably mount to. We'll see. I got to figure that out, but gonna get started here on the wire running soon. I have started wiring now. So I'm starting with the loft bedroom. So that's where I'm at. And if you want to know how to do this stuff, there's a great YouTube channel called The Excellent Laborer, and fantastic channel for all home stuff. If you want to try doing stuff on your own and save some money, definitely check that channel out. Absolutely fantastic. Well, some midday progress. The contractor was by to start putting house wrap on. I cut open one of the windows, but most of what I've been doing has been electrical. So up in the loft, I have all the rough wiring in for the outlets. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the lights yet. My wife's gonna come up and help me figure out where we want lights or a fan. I don't want to make those decisions. So that's where we're at. Now I'm gonna start moving on down to the first floor, and I'm gonna wire the main living area, all the receptacles. Yesterday was 12 hours alone just doing electrical work. So I will update as soon as I can. The next steps are just finish electrical, get plumbing done. The contractors are going to be working on the outside this week. They'll be installing the windows. They started the house wrap. And then basically they're also going to do the roof on the outside and the siding. So we're trying to get dried in here just as soon as we can. Because even though we have a roof, particle board is not great in the rain, and water still gets through. So here we go. That's the update. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.